Hi, yesterday I was having a discussion with other team members about monitoring the engineering team activities. It's a very interesting discussion. I'm sure you have it in your team as well. And by the way, this is one of the main reason why uh, companies think remote work doesn't work. It fails. This is one of the main reasons. They don't see what the employees are doing. And I think this is because of the culture, the carry on. Engineers, managers, they carry on their experience from the office and they want to apply it in remote. In the office, you enter the company, you see everybody on their desk, and then you can see this guy is eating, this guy is talking, this guy is doing this and that, and then you want to carry on the same experience. So they want to simulate the office in the remote work, and this doesn't work. This is a different world. This is working remote is a totally different world than working on the office, and you have to understand that this is not the same world. It has different skill set. It required different setups than working on the office. So this is very important. It's very important. You have to change. You have to do this mind change. If you are a manager, you have to do this mind change. And if you are employee again, you have to do this mind change that nobody is in top in your head. Nobody is sitting in front of you and then you will tell you do this, do that. You have to be self-organized. You have to learn how to be self-organized so that you can succeed on remote work. Succeed in remote work. You have to know how to plan your time, how to plan your week, how to plan your day, how to report. Those are important skills. What to tell your manager and when. Okay, you have to understand your manager, what he like, what he don't like, what he expect from you. It's very important skill. So it's from both sides, the manager and also if you are working under supervisor. So I would like to give the example for a very bad approach. Okay, I don't like it, and when I was working on the company, they applied this approach. Nobody liked it. No one liked it. They hate it for several reasons, and leave alone hating it or liking it. Okay, the most important issue, the real issue is uh, the culture. The culture is very bad. People don't look for the result. They look to record hours. They look to record hours. So what they were doing is they just record everything you're doing. They record everything they're doing, and it make people think that okay, I should. If I record hours, I'm good. Not if I deliver value. It doesn't matter what you deliver value. As long as you're recording hours, you are good. You are okay. You are safe. You are safe. This is very bad culture, and it is the consequences of monitoring everything. What do you expect people to do? They will not focus on the most important things, which is delivering and giving value. This is what they don't focus on that. They focus to record for you what you want. Okay, even if you say that it doesn't matter, it's not important, people they will not. Imagine if now I'm recording your hour, you yourself, your hours, everything you're doing on your machine, okay, and then I came and tell you, you know what, we are recording everything you're doing, but it doesn't matter, okay, we will not fire you, hire you, promote you according to that. Of course, you will start to think, how come? How come? If of course someone who records 40 hours every week, he will be better than me. That's this is what he think. So it's very bad. It's very bad approach, and it causes a very bad culture. Very bad. And the culture is the engine move people and move the company to succeed. Culture. Okay. I talk about that in another video about the execution, and it's very important to focus on the culture. It's you can check about Boeing how now they are suffering, that nobody trusting them because of the culture, because of the culture. So this is very important. It mess up it cause problem on the culture, okay, and and leave alone even monitoring, and then you are counting hours and so on. But also it feel like if you are an employee, you feel that people don't trust you, okay, and this is very bad when when you feel like you are not trusted, it's very bad. It make you like you are not part from the company. Because now if I make you feel this is your business, I have to trust you, I have to give you trust. But when you are monitoring, if it feels that you don't trust me, when I tell you, for example, today I'm working this ticket, then you don't trust me. I feel like I'm disattached from the company. I'm working with people who don't like me and I don't like them. So yeah, this is another issue about privacy and trust and so on. It causes this feeling, and we are dealing with people, human. Don't tell me that, leave alone feelings. This doesn't work. Then you understand what's going on in the workplace. People are motivated by feeling, and feeling make them work and motivate more than anything else. Okay, they take, even human, they take decision according to their feelings more than their thoughts and what they think about. Maybe we discuss about motivation in another video, but the point is, you have a very bad culture. That's one thing. The other thing is recording a lot of micro data, which give a high cost for the operation and doesn't give that much value. So now if you record everything the employee is doing, imagine how much data you will have. A lot. Who have the time and spend the effort to investigate this data? If now I am a manager of 5, I go every single day across all the 5 guys and then see what they are doing. Now, that doesn't make sense. It's a lot of effort, a lot of time I'm burning on something it's not important. What is the importance? What is the use of watching what the people are doing every day? What am I gaining? I make sure that they are working. Okay, you can make sure they are working with low cost, with a better approach. I will talk about that in a few, but I mean that's a high operation cost and for little value. For little value. And you are not supposed like that's another issue. Why should you make sure that people are working? You are not supposed to make sure. What you want is the result. What do you want? What you want the result. If now I am working for 40 hours and I deliver only one ticket per week, does this make sense to you? Is this a good approach? Am I productive or not? That's the question you should ask. Not you should ask how many hours did I stay in front of the laptop. If I'm if you are a supervisor, you should be caring about the result. Otherwise, you have a problem. So that is another bad stuff, that we are collecting a lot of monitoring data. We pay a lot of cost to operate this mode. So to record, you have to buy a software or build your own software. Both have a cost. And again, if the manager is not the one to monitor, this is a bigger problem, because now you will have a guy who is operator, for example, monitoring what the team doing, and he's a third party. You don't understand what's going on. You don't know what's going on. Maybe the project is blocked and he's not aware of. He will say this guy is bad, and they have to report, and then we have to discuss. A lot of operation, a lot of communication, and I have seen that. This is what happened. And when you give managers superpower, such like monitoring people, they start to they have wrong judgment, and even the engineers, they feel that this guy have superpower. They start to fear him. They start to have fear. They don't like to cooperate. Okay, or I mean, what do I mean by they don't like to cooperate? If now I say I have I'm a manager, I have superpower of monitoring everybody's things, and I say what you are doing is not correct, I cannot argue. Okay, why? Because I have the manager become having superpower. What's the problem if I'm arguing or not? Or I can't even give my opinion. That's another problem. It kills the creativity in the team. Okay, when managers have superpower, it affects the team very bad way. It makes the team doesn't have opinion, doesn't have a voice, and doesn't have attitude that I should talk, I should say my opinion. Then they start to kill the creativity in the team. The reason why we have a team is because we have accumulated experience. Okay, so if people can't say their opinion, we don't have this accumulated experience, we will miss it. Okay. I hope my talk is clear, but those are the takeaways. Those are the main points. I don't want to take. I can talk for you here about this issue, but I just want to mention the highlights, the most important things, why we should not monitor everything people doing, and what is the problem. Why managers have this mind that we should monitor everybody's what he's doing. Okay, so what is a better approach? What work? What approach I saw and it really worked well? What I saw and it worked well is the following. We have a ticketing tool. Ticketing tool, we have what we should deliver. See, focusing on result. What we should deliver. The result we expect is recorded on the ticketing tool like Jira, ClickUp, other maybe you have your own tool. This is what we should focus in. Those are the targets for this sprint or this quarter, whatever your period plan. Those are our targets. Focus on delivering those targets. Those are your targets for this time period. Okay, that's one thing. Focus on the result. Okay, don't worry about monitoring and those all nonsense. Focus on the result. The way we score the tickets is the key. So how do we score the tickets? We score the tickets. There are several ticketing way to score the tickets, but the thing which I see it work out is adding time, scoring by time. Why time? Time will give a bit of a sense when there is an engineer working or any other profession. It will give a time will give some sense that okay, you take one day to work on a ticket, and then you start to say, oh, one day, that's a lot of time for this ticket. Why? And then you start to question even yourself, and the manager even who will start to say, this ticket it takes too long. Maybe we expect it to take one day and it takes 2-3 days. Then we have to stop, and he have to go and check what is wrong. He will have to be proactive, and then he go and ask what's wrong. Do you have any blockers? You have to discuss about this ticket. We see why you took that long. Okay, then you start to have to explain what's going on. So ticketing should be done, I think it's better to be done on hours or or time, and we have to be kind of roughly estimate. It's not a must to record every single hour, because some tools they make you just click to record your hours. This doesn't work. You have to enter it manually and should be estimate. It's not a must to be exact, and there is a reason for that. So that you don't stress yourself about recording. Don't stress yourself about recording, opening, and so this is very distractive. Don't do that. Don't care. What you should do is, this is every day you have 5 minutes, you go to your ticketing tool, and then you check, this yesterday what I did, I work on this ticket. How many hours? I spent around 2 hours here, 3 hours here. I record 2-3 hours, 1 hour here, then I record 1 hour. This was my day, and we are good. Okay, yeah. So you have to think. Okay, I spent half hour. It's 4 hours. Quarter, it's 2 hours. One day, it is 1 day is 8 hours. Okay, that's what work. Okay, it gives a sense of the time, and it gives a sense that how long we take and so on. This is what I think it works. And on the other side, you have to give a status. Every day you give a status. Okay, so you just have to say what you're working in, what you will be working in, and if you have any blockers, just a quick status. If you have barking, which like you are taking vacation or something, you just report that and you are good. So you take maybe 5-10 minutes every day, just give a status and you are good. You just publish it somewhere, then be recorded, and you are good. That's all. We don't need anything else. It's very simple. What about how do we know if the employee is working or not, or what? You look at the ticketing tool and you will see what he's doing. You look every day he have a status, then you follow up with him. Okay, why you are blocked on this issue? One of the tickets we estimate it will take 2-3 days. Why it takes long? And then you start to explain. You start to have discussion about what you have done. it's very simple. No need for any very low cost of operation, very effective way. There is one to do this setup also. You will need an expert on the team, expert manager who know those tickets, how long it will take, roughly estimated. You will need someone also to follow up the project, to see if who have issues, who have problems, then you start to work on it. Okay, so to do these setups, there are other requirements beside. Okay, with other requirements beside, and the manager have a high weight. He have a high weight that you understand. Okay, this issue took too long because of 1, 2, 3. Okay, very important and very very important to have this weight. This manager who play this role, very important. Otherwise, the setup might not go well. Okay, so I think I cover most of the things which I think make sense, because there are many other setups everybody is trying and things. I have seen a lot. They are trying stuff. Oh, this doesn't work. This work. This does. Reduce all the cost for communication, adding a lot of steps, a lot of. Don't do that, and don't monitor anybody. You don't need to. You don't need to at all. You have your ticketing tool. That's the use of the ticketing tool to follow up the project, follow up the status, communicate when there is problems, issues, and you are good. If you have a bad performance, how do you identify bad performance guys, good performance guys? It's a total different topic, and it doesn't require the tool to monitor them to judge. Even the tool will make you have a misjudgment. This is one of the points maybe I did not explain, but it will give you a wrong judgment that this guy is doing well or good or bad. Okay. Yeah, so that's what you do. Try to be nice also. Don't, if you see someone who is not working that much, try to give him motivation. Maybe this is a different discussion as well, that you have to give people motivation. The problem is manager, they are just they don't want to spend the effort. If you are a good manager, you will spend the effort to monitor the people, to follow up with them, to see what they are doing, to make sure that they are productive, not to monitor them and look after their logs. You have to work on yourself. If you are a manager, you think this what will work, you have to do something about your scale. Okay, you have a problem. And at the same time, if you are an employee and you think that your manager is a bad guy, okay, you have to work on yourself. Remote work requires different scale. You have to learn them, okay, and you have to try stuff. You have to try and see what work, okay. I don't want to make this video longer than that. I have a lot to discuss on this topic, but I think this is enough for now. Maybe we'll have another video to discuss more about that. But yeah, I hope it's clear. The idea is clear. What works, what doesn't work, the extreme of both, somewhere in the middle. And this is my opinion. Maybe you have a different one. You can share it with me. Okay. I would like to learn even about what you're doing in your company, so we can share the experience. Okay, enough. I'll see you tomorrow.